Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this short video, I'm going to give you all a 6-week update on how I'm doing since getting my fallopian tubes removed. Today marks officially 6 weeks since getting that procedure done, you guys, and I feel amazing. I feel like my normal self. I haven't had changes in my weight, my appetite, my moods. Everything about me is back to being my normal me. I recently started going hardcore again with my workout routine. I'm able to do up downs. I've done sit-ups. I've done heavy lifting, cardio, everything that you can think of, and I have no pain, no discomfort whatsoever. My incisions are completely healed. I feel amazing, you guys. I feel really good. The only change that I have experienced so far is just my period. So before getting my procedure done, I had, as my form of birth control, I have the copper IUD. And so if you guys know about the copper IUD, the side effects from it is that the benefit of it is that it's hormonal free, right? But the side effects are heavy cramping and heavy bleeding throughout your period. So unfortunately, I suffered for 2 weeks out of the month with heavy cramping. And then during my period week, I suffered with heavy bleeding. So a week before my period, heavy cramping. And then during my period, heavy cramping and heavy bleeding. So you know, that was horrible. So I did a few weeks ago just got done with my first period cycle since having my fallopian tubes removed, and let me tell you guys, very tolerable. It was not a bad experience whatsoever. Obviously, periods are always going to bring discomfort, are always going to be like, ugh, you know. But it was very nice to only experience the cramping, slight to medium cramping during my period and not a week before my period. So that was a big plus for me, you guys. That was like, I was like, yay! You know, I was so happy that I was only experiencing the cramping during my period week. And my blood flow was what I would consider normal, you know, average. Not on the heavy side, but not on the light side. It was just like in between. So it only lasted like 5 days or so. So it was very nice to experience what I would consider a normal period, you know. And so that was the only difference that I've experienced since having my fallopian tubes removed. Other than that, like I said, I don't have any side effects so far. I don't know if it's going to change, you know, within a few months, or if it's going to within a few years, if I'm going to experience something different. But so far, so good. I am coming up on my second period cycle. If anything out of the ordinary kind of pops up, I will let you guys know. But I'm hoping that it's just as bad, I guess, as my last period. But yeah. I did have my 2-week post-op appointment a few weeks ago too. That went super well. My incisions look amazing. Very small. I had 3 incisions, one on my left, one on my right, one in the belly. The one in my belly, I can't even see it, y'all. Like, it's just, you can't even see it. The ones on the sides, they're very small. They're a little darkish right now, pigmented, but it's like super small that it doesn't bug me at all. And I'm sure that it's going to fade within time. So I'll show you guys my incisions. But that's pretty much for my update, you guys. If it's something that you guys want to get done, obviously, you know, everybody has different experiences. But let me tell you that it's so worth it. Not having to worry about birth control, extra hormones in your body and whatnot. But, you know, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Oh, and I will tell you guys that during my appointment, my doctor actually found, it was pretty cool because they actually show you, they have pictures of your ovaries before and after to kind of show as proof that they did remove the fallopian tube. But she did show me that I had endo. And so endo actually causes, and it's common among women, causes severe cramping and heavy bleeding through your period. So that was probably why my periods were so intense, One, because I had that copper IUD, and then two, because I have endo. But she explained to me that a lot of women will get on birth control after a procedure like mine, just to ease the cramping and the bleeding. That's the reason why I got my fallopian tubes removed, was because I didn't want to be on birth control. One, I don't do well with extra hormones in my body. And two, the birth control that I was on caused so much pain that it was just like, why am I suffering when I don't need to be suffering, right? And so that was the main reason why I got my fallopian tubes removed. And so I opted out on that, on getting on birth control. She did actually recommend the IUD, the Mirena one, so that would actually like take away my period. But because I don't do well with additional hormones in my body, I decided to opt out of it. I did tell her though that if I was to have severe cramping, you know, in the future, and it was just like too much for me to handle, that I may consider getting on birth control to kind of help out with that, you know. But as of right now, like I said, I experienced my first period since getting my fallopian tubes removed, and it was tolerable. I mean, yeah, like any period, it's uncomfortable, right? But it was tolerable. So that's something that I may consider in the future if my endo gets to be too severe where I can't handle it, or my periods are just too out of whack. Then that is something that I'll consider. But as of right now, I'm perfectly fine the way I am. But yeah, let me show you guys my incisions. So there's one. Like I said, it's fairly small. And yeah, it's a little bit on the darker side, but it's going to lighten up. I mean, it's only been 6 weeks. And then there's my other incision. And then the one on my belly button, it's like way in there. I couldn't find it. But yeah, those are my incisions. They're looking fairly good. I'm hoping that within the next few weeks they lighten up a little bit. But even if they don't, I'm perfectly fine with how they look right now. But yeah, well, thank you guys for watching. Wish you guys luck if you guys decide to get this procedure done. Yeah, if you have any questions for me, please leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys, and have an amazing day. Thanks.